Good afternoon. It's October 13th, 2021. This is still part of my spiritual warfare series. I'm at work. The enemy just don't attack you with your spouses and your children and your family members. He'll take it to work. He'll use your job against you, people. Give me 1 second. I've been working a window position for about 3.5 years with pretty much the same women. And I just got into a spiritual fight with a coworker of mine. A coworker that I never had a problem with. Never had a problem with. Even when I first started working at the windows. Hold on. She was one of the ladies that helped me. You know, gave me the advice. When I was going through a spiritual fight once before with a coworker, and I didn't really, I knew it was spiritual, but I didn't know the enemy's trigger words and tricks. But I knew it was spiritual because I'm like, I haven't did nothing to this woman, and she don't like me. It don't matter if I turn the other cheek. It didn't matter if I try to be kind to her. She did not like me. It got to the point where we all had to sit down with the union reps, the manager, the head manager, and when they asked her, what did he do? And she said, nothing, I just don't like him. That was case closed. So, you know, me and this one, we done talked. She done told me things about working here, and you know, she was a shop steward, so she done gave me some advice when it comes to, you know, different type of union stuff. But today the enemy came and used her against me, and it hurts me because I never had a problem with this woman. You know, are we friends outside of work? No. Maybe a couple occasional text messages here talking about food or whatever. But we never had an issue. Never had an issue. So today, I come into work. She's working passports. Hold on 1 second. How you doing? And it's another colleague of mine that the enemy done used us against each other also. And she's up front, but like I said, man, it sounds like, how you doing?
Thanks, Tommy.
Yeah, it sounds like, you know what? You don't never do nothing wrong, Rashad. It's always on everybody else. Everybody's at the blame. Like I'm always going to say, spirit lives within me. I know God's word. I know why the enemy attacks. God knows the truth. Ain't nothing I said or did that the Holy Spirit is speaking to me, telling me you are wrong. Now, I can't admit my voice does carry, and I'm not perfect, and that's something I need to work on when it comes to, you know, when I do get in these spiritual fights, not to let the enemy see me to a point where when it seems like I'm upset because my voice is carrying, I'm trying to out-talk the person that's arguing with me, you know, that's what I do need to work on that. But I have never disrespected none of these women up in here. None of them. Never disrespected them, never came across as a bully, never disrespected them. I showed everyone, each and every one, respect. Even when I know they are doing, if they're talking behind my back or not, I still come to work, I still show them respect. So yeah, I come in and the person that's normally not working up at the register, she's up front. She's normally a PO box clerk, so she works on the PO boxes. And the girl that normally works up front, I'm assuming that she's off because Thursdays is our off day, but she's been working pretty much 6 days a week. And I see some money orders, at the station next to the person that's working. I say, is such and such here? She says, yeah, she went to the bank. I'm like, oh, okay. I said, when did she leave? Because, it would have been cool for her to stay until I came and I could have gave her some money. Because I'm short, you know what I'm saying? So then I'm thinking, and, always had the assumption that only the T7s, the lead clerks, are able to leave and go to the bank, right? Now, if we don't have no T7s, anybody, I guess, could go to the bank. But, I tell the girl, I said, well, first of all, I said, man, I wish she would have stayed until 10:30, and she could have went, she could have took my change and went to the bank. Now, I never once said, this is a T7 job. She shouldn't leave. I should have been the one going. Not one time. Not one time did I say that. I have never, since I've been in this T7 for almost since Monday, but people knew I had the position like last Friday. People knew I had the position. I never once stuck my chest out and said I'm the T7 and this is how we're going to do things. I just want to do things that's fair and what we're supposed to be doing. I don't have no authority. All I'm getting paid is because I got a bigger responsibility when it comes to paperwork and products. That's it. I'm not here to tell on people on how long their breaks is. This person ain't doing this. This person ain't doing that. Like, hey, you get caught, you get caught. I didn't see anything. It's not my job. So with that said, I'm telling the girl, like, well, did she call main office? Because, I don't want something to happen to her. She get in an accident. She only been working up here for not even a whole month. And she already going to get changed, And I'm telling the other girl this, like, hey, did she call main office? Now, I guess, so before I even go further, and the other girl's putting her hands up like, hey, I don't know. You do know. But hey, it is what it is. I'm just trying to look out for the girl. I'm not trying to say that she's wrong and she didn't do this and she didn't do that. I'm just trying to look out. But me trying to look out for people, it seems like everything is getting twisted. It's making it seem like, oh, I'm trying to be nosy, or I'm trying to pump my chest out as a T7 if I ask, hey, did this person go on lunch yet? Not because I'm tracking their time or anything, because if somebody went to lunch and I'm working in the back, I need to come up to the front and help out. Point blank, period. But since I've been this T7, everything that I'm saying to people is getting twisted. And it's being used as, oh, I'm saying I'm the T7 and y'all need to do what I'm telling y'all to do. And it's like, it's coming across like that, but I'm not saying this to nobody. So the girl, she gets up and She goes to the back. I see the other girl come in from the bank, got a bag of food. Now, I'm not saying anything. If you're supposed to go to the bank, you're supposed to go to the bank. But I know at 10:30 she goes on break. So, hey, I don't know. I don't want to call up main office and say, hey, I need some change. Can I go? And they say to me, hey, we just sent somebody there. Like, you know, I'm not trying to get people in trouble. So the person that I've been cool with for the past 3 and the past years, she comes up front and she's like, in a sly way, anybody could go to the bank, Rashad. I said, oh, okay. Then I said, well, did she call main office to leave? We don't have to call main office. I said, excuse me. I said, I slipped up, said the person's name, but I said, hey, you are who you are. Don't nobody mess with you. You've been here for almost 30 years. So you got that OG pool. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing to you if you left or anything. But this girl, I'm thinking like she ain't been here for a month. Because I know you gotta move and you gotta do this, and it's certain things you gotta do to leave the premises without getting in trouble during your working hours. You know? But that's just me looking out. Not hoping that nothing don't happen to the girl while she's out and about, and she didn't notify main office to let them know that she was leaving. So the person I had a problem with, and I'm gonna go back a week, she's been having animosity to me. I came in yesterday to start my new shift. We had a holiday on a Monday, so I came in Tuesday. She, first thing when I first see her, I asked her for some change. She says I'm on break. But it was her tone, the way she said it. I turn around and I walk away. Right? Because I don't have a cash drawer yet. She's the only one with a cash drawer. She comes up, she gives me my change. I don't have no problems with her for the rest of the day. But things ain't normal because she's not really talkative the way she is normally talkative. And that's because on that Saturday, I spoke to my manager, told them, she called me, she asked me, can I work overtime? I mean, not overtime. Can I work on my day off? I told her no. I'm not on the ODL board. I got little girls I gotta watch at home. I'm not telling her anything that I know is a lie, right? So she says, okay. Now this is around 2 o'clock. We get off at 4. So we're closing out, and somehow, some way in the conversation, talking to the girl that I'm having a problem with, that I've been cool with, she finds out that I'm not coming in on Saturday because my new shift as a T7 starts that Saturday, but on the schedule, it had me working, but that's when I had my old schedule. The manager did not put in consideration that Rashad starts his new schedule on a Monday. So at this moment, even though I done spoke to the supervisor, the manager, everything was cool. The woman I have a problem with finds out. Next thing you know, she got a lot of pull. She calls up the manager, tells the manager this, that, and this, and I know she did because normally she'll leave at 6:30, but she waits for me to go deliver some money to a registry and come back. It's already around 6:50. She's still here. She floating around. She got the phone on the desk saying, supervisor want to speak to you. I already know what's going on, right? Because she's normally gone, so why is she staying around now? Once she heard wind that I was not coming to work on that Saturday, that's when she pretty much made the phone call. Now the supervisor's telling me, hey, you need to come in on Saturday. I said, no, I just spoke to you. I told you I didn't have a babysitter. I can't come in. Blase, blah, blah, blah. So Monday night, I get a text from the person that I'm having a problem with. She tells me that, now, hold on. So I call a big time union rep. He tells me what to do. He tells me what to say. I tell him the story, everything. I talk to the manager. Manager said I was cool. Next thing you know, I tell Cece. She finds out. Manager calls me up, and now we got a problem. That's all I said. Now, from him talking to another shop steward and end up getting back to her, it came across like I said, Cece threw me under the bus. She threw me under the bus, which she pretty much did, because it should not matter if I came in or not. But I never addressed it to her. So whatever the way it was phrased to her, it came back to me like I'm the one, in those exact words, for whatever was said to her, made it seem like I said, oh, she did me wrong. She did me wrong. She threw me under the bus, which that's not what I said. So now she has a little animosity. She a little upset. But I haven't said nothing to her. Never disrespected her. Okay? So then yesterday, since I got a new title, I don't count the money. I do the paperwork. This same woman that been like put me under her wing, that been showing me how to do things properly, showed me the paperwork just 4 days earlier, how I do it the right way. So when it's time to close, I do the paperwork. Somebody else count the money, because I used to count the money for my old position, but I have a higher position. In that position, the people do the paperwork, somebody else counts the money. But it's only two people that closes, me and her. She's a little bit older. I get it. She likes to leave. She likes to leave early. So when I bring it to her attention, she tells me she don't count the money. The other T7s used to count the money. And I said, you know what? I'm not trying to switch anything up. I'm not trying to switch nothing up. So with that the case, I go home, I think about it. I said, hold up. Yeah, they counted the money for one day when I was on my off day on Wednesday, and they walked the money down. But I'm here 5 days a week now. So I'm supposed to do the paperwork, or I'm still supposed to do my old job based off what you believe. But even though I know I'm supposed to do the paperwork and you're supposed to walk the money down. But I texted her this morning and I simply said, hey, you was right about them, but they only did it one day, because on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Fridays, I did the counting and walked the money down. But now I work Monday through Friday. So I'm supposed to count the money still and not do the paperwork? That's not fair. That's not right. That's not fair. I'm all about fairness and what's right. So I told her, look, you don't have to do it 5 days a week. You can do it 2 days a week. You can do it whatever 2 days you want. And you can still count the money. If it's the walking it down to the registry in the part in the back of the building, I will continue doing that. I don't have a problem doing that. But I'm tired of counting the money. One of the reasons why I switched my position, because I didn't want to count the money, and I wanted those double off days back to back on the weekends. I put in my due, so I want that. So now it's time that I'm able to bid on it and get it. That's what I want. So now when I come in, with all the animosity, I approach her in the back and I say, hey, let me talk to you. Next thing you know, she's saying that I'm a bully. Same thing my wife would use when the enemy uses her. All the women in here got a problem with me and the way I speak to them, but have nobody never said nothing to me or management. If I'm talking to y'all women disrespectful, the same women I laugh and joke with throughout the day for the last 3.5 years, if I was that much of a problem, why would y'all not bring it up to my management? And why would none of y'all say, hey, Rashad, hey, I don't like the way you talk to me? Why? Because there's no truth to it. There's no truth to it. Now, I have been yelled at, cursed at in front of customers, disrespected, dismissed, because I'm trying to help people. One of the new person, I told her you need to have your keys on you at all times, trying to make sure that she's following the rules so she don't get caught up. Hey, she snapped at me. I didn't appreciate that. Did she ever apologize? No. But I'm still cool. It's whatever. The other girl in my station, using my stamp drawers, not filling up the supplies that she used when I was off on those Wednesdays, brought it to her attention. Now all of a sudden I'm snapping at her. No, I'm not snapping at you because I ain't never cursed at you, and I don't have to get loud to tell you, hey, can you please refill the supplies? Hold on.